friends, welcome to It's Ram K channel. Today I'm going to introduce my mother, Mrs. Rani Rajashekaran, who's going to cook this aromatic delicacy Mysore Pak. Let's see how we cook it in our place. And this is her original recipe and we all love the way she makes it. Hope you will also enjoy. The ingredients required are very few. Maximum maybe 5 to 6 ingredients is required, but it will come up really well when it is used in a proper texture. So the ratio is 1 full cup of gram flour, 2 cups of sugar. So in the same cup you can measure and keep it aside. Again I'm repeating, 1 full cup of gram flour and 2 cups of sugar, 1 whole cup of refined oil and 1 whole cup of ghee. So we are not going to make entirely in ghee, we are also going to add oil to it. So 1 whole cup of oil and 1 whole cup of ghee. So both the things we are going to add here, and we also need some some water to it. So first she is heating a pan, a kadai, or any heavy bottomed vessel you can take. Today we've taken non-stick. So in that she has initially added only 3 tablespoons of oil. Now this 1 whole bowl of gram flour gets into it. It's approximately 250 grams, I would say. So she is giving a quick mix to the gram flour in that 3 tablespoons of oil. Ensure it doesn't have any lumps to it. You need to keep stirring it till the raw smell of the gram flour goes. So once you start cooking it, you will understand, that aroma keeps changing in every stage of this recipe. So keep stirring. One most important thing is, once you start stirring throughout the recipe, you are not going to put your ladle down. The entire work is all about your arms and how you keep stirring. So you better be arm strong to make this delicacy. Okay, so now you see the color changes and this beautiful aroma of this gram flour changes, and even the that small balls, lumps, everything has to be finely powdered. So you can see that she's doing it with a lot of dedication to it, and you don't see lumps at all. Now even the very small tiny lumps, she's taking it. And we've also kept a plate which has been greased with ghee. Okay, and in the same plate she has placed the fried gram flour, and she has taken the 2 cups of sugar, the same measurement of the gram flour. If it is 250 grams of gram flour, you need to have 50 grams or 500 grams of sugar, and you have to add water now. And water, I'm going to tell you, listen very carefully, it has to dissolve the sugar. That's it, you don't need much. Maybe for 500 grams of sugar you just took 100 ml of water. That's what is required. So the sugar has to dissolve in the water. So once the sugar gets dissolved, you can see the water consistency gets higher. So now the sugar is dissolved completely, but as I told you, never put your ladle down. Keep stirring till you get one string consistency. When you take the sugar syrup and touch it with your index finger and thumb and open and see, you just have to see a 1 string opening. Only then it's a proper consistency. Still we have not achieved the consistency. Maybe it will take 5 to 10 minutes, but don't forget to stir it. So once you keep stirring it, you can see now it's coming, slowly coming. At this stage, once you see this 1 string consistency, you are going to add the roasted gram flour that we have kept aside. That entire gram flour goes in, and again don't forget to grease the plate and keep it aside, because that is where we are going to put the Mysore Pak once it is done. So once you add the gram flour, mix it properly, gently, thoroughly, and all the lumps has to get dissolved in the sugar syrup. Gram flour, sugar syrup and ghee, definitely it's going to make some magic in your mouth. So it's properly dissolved. And now she's going to add the remaining quantity of oil that she has kept in it. This gives you the real texture, the crumbling texture of the Mysore pak. Generally, a very good Mysore pak is quite rough outside but very soft inside, and it has to melt in your mouth. Okay, but still the texture has to be a little rough for this stage, and that is the reason you have to add oil. Once you add oil, you can still see a small amount of lumps to it, but once you keep stirring continuously, everything will get dissolved. The gram flour, sugar and oil should make a proper blend. And now you see it gets close to your ladle. It, the same circular motion. Keep stirring it, that it should not stick to the pan. At the same time, if you overdo it also, if you overcook it also, it gets really very hard. So she is stirring maybe for the past 7 to 8 minutes by now. So once you continuously stir it, let me tell you, it isn't that difficult. Of course, when you cook for your family, that too when mother cooks, it's beautiful. So you will definitely like it. So it isn't that difficult. Yes, tirelessly you need to do it. So that's how she does it, and she's been doing it for ages now. At this stage, she is adding ghee to it. Why is she adding ghee at the end? Because when she adds it during the oil itself, the oil smell will start dominating. When you are adding ghee at last, the oil smell will subside and ghee smell will be there. And that is the reason. If you can cook completely in ghee, yes, you can do it. That will definitely give a better taste. But you do it this way, it's quite light. When it is cooked completely in ghee, the delicacy becomes a little heavier in your palate. And now, after adding the ghee, again the same thing we are going to do. Stir and keep stirring it continuously. And when you see the oil and ghee mixed properly with the gram flour, it comes to a paste kind of consistency. At this time, it gets separated from the pan. Once it gets separated from the pan, that is when your Mysore pak is actually ready. Can you see? It doesn't stick to the pan, it comes separately. It comes as a whole bunch, like whole full amount of a proper dish. So this is when you will know it is ready. So it takes around approximately, to make the entire dish, or 15 minutes of stirring is required throughout the dish. So once it is done, you see now it gets separated, and at this time put your ladle down and give a proper cut and fold mix. Turn off the stove, plate it in the greased plate that we've kept, and when it is hot itself, spread it evenly. Do not make it into a paste. At the same time, you should see that crumbles around. At the same time, spread it evenly. Only then you will get proper sized Mysore pak. Otherwise, some will be bigger and better, and some is really small and tiny. So it's properly spread now, and let you can have those crumbles in it. It really adds good texture to it. This is the time. After 5 minutes, she let it cool down and she made it into proper pieces, and all the pieces, Mysore pak's traditional piece is diamond, so it has to be in diamond shaped. That's how she's cutting it, and it is not very easy, or you don't require a special mold to it, as the Mysore pak is really soft. When you use a sharp knife and cut it, it comes out without any difficulties. Can you see? It slides around, the knife slides around the mixture, and that is when it is ready. You don't need any cashews or any dry fruits. And now she has placed it in other plate, and once you remove it, you see here is a beautiful Mysore pak. My family enjoys cooking and eating. It's my mom's passion. Hope you will also like it. And it's her talking now.
சூடான சுவையான மைசூர் பாக் ரெடி. லைக், ஷேர், சப்ஸ்கிரைப் அவர் சேனல்.